Hey guys, welcome to today's multiplayer match. We got a good layout here with Pioneer Bay, Downtown, and Enso. We should have some good separation coming in with Hyundai and D-Bargs. Here on Pioneer Bay 6, I'm taking my turn glide rive. I'm aiming for this left gap with turn glide instead of the right gap with a glide skip. I feel like this gap's just a little bit bigger, and as long as I miss that first big tree, I've got a good chance of that birdie. If I get up here within that 200-ish foot range, I have somewhat of a shot at the eagle. 222, it's a range though. I don't really know. It looks like I got the power right, but I didn't have any idea how much that fuse was going to turn going 222. That's okay, we take the birdie. D-Barg is the unfortunate part to start it off. He could probably come back from that though. Alright, coming to Pioneer Bay 9. I like the low accurate glide sapphire line here, but with this wind, I take the turn glide rive, and honestly guys, I'm kind of winging this. I'm hopeful that I understand the turn glide rive well enough to get close enough to be able to get up on this pyramid after a second shot. Looks like it gets through the trees okay. Going forehand up here, 206. I usually add about 100 feet to this shot going up, but going forehand, I'm going to add a little bit more with the accurate roll sapphire rather than a musket and make sure it gets up there next to the basket. The tailwind is what made that work. Without the tailwind, that might have been a lot closer. A nice little lead here going into hole 3. Got Pioneer Bay 3. This one's been a lot of fun since Water Skipper has come out. I like to aim low and give almost an entire disc of Anheuser. It's hard to give this too much Anheuser. If you have that light colored water, you're not going to get the skip. It's going to stop dead there OB, and you're kind of screwed. But if you make it across, you got a good chance coming in here. I like the paradigm to bend over to the right a bit more. The glide skip rive can get up there further, but if you miss left, you're likely to be in that water and an extra OB stroke added on. With the paradigm, you can miss right and kind of have a worst case scenario of a birdie unless you miss really badly. Hyundai coming in with his birdie, D-Bargs taking the birdie as well. He's got a nice 2-stroke lead. Now it's definitely time to protect this lead. I'm going to need to play a lot more conservative going into these holes. This is an accurate glide sapphire, middle chevron left side of the bench, a full disc of Anheuser. I would have liked to give that one a little bit more Anheuser, be a little bit closer to the basket and safer from the light pole I went past, but it still works out okay. Getting in here, not much should be going wrong in this hole. Some people have ace lines on it, but its ace lines are a little tricky for me. Here I don't want to end up with the par or bogey instead. You see that I got to turn the brightness up on my screen a little bit. Downtown's just such a dark course for me still. I guess I'm getting old. This is a glide skip rive. I used to aim right at that light post I'm going by now, but I was getting inside the fence a little bit too often, so I'm going quite a bit wider. I still haven't quite dialed this in, how to get that shot just right with different winds. Getting across this lake now, this is a trickier one. I really want to make sure I don't end up in the water or too far left and not really have a shot at it. So I take this glide skip paradigm, a lucky bounce right between those two trees, leave me out 116. I'm going to take the fuse, throw it with about 130 feet of power. Just sneaking in for the eagle. That's looking good. Hyundai had an unfortunate play there. Don't blame him. Sometimes rounds get to be too much. No big deal. So I finish out myself and D-Bargs. Coming into downtown 6, if I remember correctly. I used to play the short side of the wall and get across. Now that water skip's a thing, I just take this paradigm up here kind of as far as I can. And as long as I'm clear of that Ferris wheel, I've got a water skip line getting across. I'd give it a little bit of a flex to make sure it finishes on the right line. I expect water skip, but it's more of a safety net there anyway. That's just a distance I don't know because I'm not familiar with yet since water skip became a thing and taking that tee shot. But it works out and clears no problem. Probably would have gone glide roll if I knew for sure that I was going to clear. D-Bars took that water skip, looking over. He did manage to stay in bounds. He's going to get the eagle there as well. All right, so got that 2-stroke lead going into Enso. Enso at the end, very volatile holes. Anything can happen on these. Enso 3, this is a tough wind. I'm taking the glide roll rive. Normally I give this just a little bit of anhyzer, but with that wind, I'm not going to mess with any possibility of not getting back up on this shelf. I'm hoping I stop out here with 150, but I roll back to the rocks, leaving usually about 170, 170 feet there. I'm going to kind of back off a little bit with 150 power. Probably should have gone 160 with that tailwind that far away, but I really didn't want to go too much and send that flying off the backside. D-Bargs fell just short of his, also got his birdie. Got this 2-stroke lead, so we're really thinking we both got birdie, 2 strokes on Enso, birdie is at worst a tie for me. I'm okay with a tie. So I'm taking this paradigm, I aim down at the drum. With the left-right wind, I'm going to add a little bit of anhyzer. Too much and got that tree. Luckily, did not go OB. The worst thing that could have happened there is I go OB, he takes the eagle, and I'm tied up. I have pressure on for the last hole. This 373, quite downhill. The accurate roll musket should get it as long as I don't nail that tree. Okay, just got past that tree. So we should be good now, taking the birdie. Here we go, 2-stroke lead on Enso. 2 strokes is really what it takes to feel safe going to the last hole on Enso. 1 stroke could happen so easily. But with this win, I'm really just not even confident. It'd normally be accurate roll Sapphire. I'm going to take the musket and take some distance off. I wish I knew that line D-Bargs took out to the right. It looks a lot safer than what I take. I kind of considered just following him on the fly, but I'm not going to guess a line like that. Take the musket down. Luckily hit this wall. Please stop. Okay, stop rolling. If I can make this 70-footer with about 40 to 50 feet of power. Good. Finish it up. Taking the win there. I'm